The reversal inversion game is done on these outer nesting dolls. It is done. The only ones really hanging on, clinging to it, are those Saturn structures that, those structures of control and power held in place by that Saturn pattern frequency. Okay. And I know how you might say, like, how, if you haven't been listening to me for a while, you'd be like, how in the world does that connect, Christina? Saturn is planet in the solar ring. And then what I'm saying, it does absolutely connect, because all of the consciousness of the solar ring are playing out in our here and now stage of this life. Okay. So Saturn has an ancient history of being a structure holder. And when you're not in right relationship with the structure holder, it's suppressive, it's confining, it's trapping, all that stuff. If you're in right relationship with the structure holder, you get a lot of power and security out of the kinds of constructs that Saturn brings forward in our consciousness and in our lives, right? So there's no good, bad, right, or wrong. It's just your relationship to it. Similar thing with Jupiter. Jupiter is a conscious being. Mercury, a conscious being. The moon, a conscious being. Even though the moon is a construct and it's a ship, well, you can call it a ship, not like how we imagine motherships or anything like this, but it is a construct. It was towed in place by the Pleiadian named Diana. Okay. And if you guys go into the Dianic myths and stories, it will actually tell you why she did it, why that came to pass. Okay. And of course, some of those stories are, manipulation and control, and other versions of the stories are about compassion, stability, peace. Okay. Again, it's all about your relationship. So reality is not what we think it is. All the players are actively participating in this sacred drama. Pluto, participating in our sacred drama, in our mythology. Who's Pluto? Pluto is Hades. Hades is the guardian of the underworld. We have lots of engagement in the underworld, especially if you start looking into shamanic teachings and practices. The underworld is a major player to the unfoldment of our reality. The Mayan creation myth, it all starts in the underworld, okay, and then comes up from there. So what I'm saying is that, all of these players that are unfolding our reality, we are responsible as cosmic beings, infinite beings in a biosuit, for finding a harmonic relationship, a harmonic way to be with these kinds of consciousness. Okay? We are responsible for that. You, me, the cat down the street, all these, all of us are responsible for that. That's what it means to be a keeper of this reality. We are born with the capacity to do that. Now, we very often lose that capacity because we're trained out of it, conditioned out of it, all that stuff. But that game is ending too. The star seeds are coming in en masse at this point. So 80% of the children being born today are star seed consciousness. That means they are highly encoded. They are activated in ways where they're not going to be able to conform to the structures that have been in place. Okay, so the school systems, the food systems, the medical systems, all these systems they're not going to thrive in these systems. And if we insist that they stay in these systems, they're going to die. Okay, and believe me, mothers are going to recognize in their gut, right, that, oh, this is not good with my kid. This, and they're going to be very highly motivated to choose a different path, to carve out a different path. And that's how this society, the Western world, is going to change. Okay, because the mothers will be faced with, how do I raise my child so they can survive in this world, right? And it won't matter about, being stressed out and working all those jobs. It's like the situations are going to coalesce. The powers that be can only create the distractions. The powers that be don't actually manifest anything in this world. They need us to manifest it. Us to manifest it through our beliefs, through our inaction, through our false actions. When I say false actions, actions that are against ourselves. Okay, they need us to do it. They can't do it. they can't do it themselves. They have to manipulate us into those decisions, into those places. But the more activated we are, the more conscious we are, the more expansive we are in our awarenesses, the more difficult it is to manipulate us like this.